Hey guys, and welcome to another Minecraft GA Stadiums results video. Football and hurling, let's jump right into it. Up first we have Louth versus Cork in the All-Ireland Championship. Cork opened the scoring with a point in the first 2 minutes. Cork finished the half in the lead, 7 points to 1-8. Louth opened the second half scoring with a point 3 minutes in. And the game finishes Louth 117. Cork 119. So a win for Cork over Louth. The final score, Louth 117, Cork 119. So this is how Group 1 looks after the weekend. Mayo and Cork on 2 points, Louth and Kerry on 0 points. Up next we have Armagh versus Westmeath in the All-Ireland Championship. Westmeath opened the scoring with a point in the first 2 minutes. Westmeath finished the half in the lead, 7 points to 1-7. Armagh opened the second half scoring with 2 points 7 minutes in. And the game finishes Armagh 113. Westmeath 112. So a comeback victory for Armagh over Westmeath. The final score, Armagh 113, Westmeath 112. This is how Group 2 looks after the weekend. Galway and Armagh on 2 points, Westmeath and Tyrone on 0 points. Up next we have Derry versus Monaghan in the All-Ireland Championship. Derry opened the scoring with a point in the first 3 minutes. Monaghan finished the half in the lead, 6 points to 7. Second half scoring opens Derry 7 points, Monaghan 8 points. And the game finishes Derry 14 points, Monaghan 14 points. So a draw for Derry and Monaghan. The final score, Derry 14 points, Monaghan 14 points. This is how Group 4 looks after the weekend. Donegal on 2 points, Monaghan and Derry on 1 point, Clare on 0 points. And our final game of the weekend is Dublin versus Roscommon in the All-Ireland Championship. Roscommon opened the scoring with 2 points in the first 2 minutes. Roscommon finished the half in the lead, 5 points to 9. Dublin opened the second half scoring with a point 1 minute in. And the game finishes Dublin 111. Roscommon 14 points. So a draw for Dublin and Roscommon. The final score, Dublin 111, Roscommon 14 points. This is how Group 3 looks after the weekend. All 4 teams on 1 point. So those are the results of the football. Let's now move on to the hurling. Up first we have Carlow versus Offaly in the Joe McDonagh Cup final. Offaly opened the scoring with a goal in the first minute. Carlow finished the half in the lead, 2-9 to 1-7. Second half scoring opens Carlow 2-10, Offaly 1-9. And the game finishes Carlow 2-22, Offaly 1-25. So the game was a draw and goes to extra time. And extra time scoring opens Carlow 223, Offaly 126. Carlow finished the half in the lead 226 to 128. Offaly opened the second half scoring with a point 2 minutes in. And the game finishes Carlow 229, Offaly 131. So a win for Carlow, who are the Joe McDonagh Cup champions for 2023 and promoted to Leinster for next year. Final score, Carlow 229, Offaly 131. Our first game on Sunday is Limerick versus Cork in the Munster Championship. Cork opened the scoring with 2 points in the first 4 minutes. Teams finished the half level, 12 to 18 points. Limerick opened the second half scoring with a point 1 minute in. And the game finishes Limerick 325. Cork 130. So that win for Limerick means that they are into the final against Clare. Cork, on the other hand, are out of the championship. Final score, Limerick 325, Cork 130. Up next we have Tipperary versus Waterford in the Munster Championship. Waterford opened the scoring with a point. Waterford finished the half in the lead, 8 points to 17. Waterford opened the second half scoring with a point 1 minute in. And the game finishes Tipperary 21 points. Waterford 124. So Waterford getting their only win at the championship over Tipperary. However, Tipperary still qualify for the preliminary quarterfinal of the All-Ireland. Final score, Tipperary 21 points, Waterford 124. These are the final standings of the Munster Hurling Championship. Clare on 6 points, Limerick on 5 points, Tipperary on 4 points, Cork on 3 points and Waterford on 2 points. Up next we have Westmeath versus Antrim, two of the teams fighting to avoid relegation in the Leinster Championship. Antrim opened the scoring with a point in the first minute. Westmeath finished the half in the lead, 112 to 27. Antrim opened the second half scoring with 3 points 2 minutes in. And the game finishes Westmeath 119, Antrim 424. So big win for Antrim over Westmeath, and that means if Wexford get a draw or a win, Westmeath will be relegated. Final score, Westmeath 119, Antrim 424. Up next we have Dublin versus Galway in the Leinster Championship. Dublin opened the scoring with 2 points in the first 2 minutes. Dublin finished in half in the lead, 216 to 12 points. Dublin opened the second half scoring with 2 points 4 minutes in. And the game finishes Dublin 222, Galway 125. So a draw for Dublin and Galway. That means Galway are into the Leinster final. Dublin qualify for the preliminary quarter-final of the All-Ireland. Final score Dublin 222, Galway 125. And our final game of the weekend is Wexford versus Kilkenny. Probably the biggest game of the weekend. A win or a draw for Wexford would see them safe, as we saw Westmeath lose to Antrim. Wexford opened the scoring with a point in the first minute. Wexford finished the half in the lead 2-11 to 2-10. Kilkenny opened the second half scoring with a point 1 minute in. And the game finishes Wexford 423. Kilkenny 518. A massive scoring game, but Wexford come away with the win and survive, which means Westmeath are relegated. Kilkenny are into the Leinster final. The final score, Wexford 423, Kilkenny 518. These are the final standings of the Leinster Championship. Galway on 8 points, Kilkenny on 7 points, Dublin on 6 points, Wexford on 4 points, Antrim on 3 points, and Westmeath on 2 points. So there you have hurling and football for the weekend. Be sure to check out my predictions videos for the coming weekend. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share. And I will see you for the next one.